All right, example number 24, when you're asked to factor, you're being asked to factor 3x squared minus 36x plus 60. You don't know if you're going right to the trinomials with the ABC or if you're going to factor out something with the greatest common factor. So we start with that. I went ahead and did that, and I broke down all the numbers and the letters, and I got this right here. Um, I broke down the 3, the 36, and the 60 to save a little time. That should be pretty easy for you. If you can't do that or you need to do that now, just press pause and go ahead and break it down. Then I look for everything that they have in common. This one, they only have 1, 3 in common. So that's what's going to be in common. 3 is going to be in common. In the first term, I didn't. Some of you guys are doing this, separating the 3 different areas, and that's fine. Um, what didn't you circle in the first term? You didn't circle an x squared, so that's going to stay inside the parentheses. A minus sign. You didn't circle a 2, and a 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Minus 12x. And you didn't circle 2, 2, and 5, which would be a 20. All right. That's the end of our greatest common factoring, and we have factored something out. Looks like we factored the 3 out of that. Let's see if we do this one right this time. Now our next step is to factor this, the 3x squared minus 12x plus 20. I'm going to circle the 3 because that's part of my answer I'm going to leave down here for my final answer. So it'll be 3 parentheses something else. All right, so let's go ahead and do this next step. I have the 3 parts, list them as A, B, and C. First step is to multiply A and C. 1 times 20 is 20. Step number 2 is list all the factors of 20. 1 and 20, 2 and 10, and 4 and 5. All right, step number 3, we have to figure out which of those factors will multiply to 20, but add up to negative 12. I know 1 and 20 won't work because that'll give me 21 or 19. 4 and 5 won't work because that will give me 1, negative 1, or a 9. So it has to be the 2 and the 10. So somehow I have to add 2 and 10 and get a negative 12. If I do negative 2 and 10, I'll get 8. So that won't work. If I do 2 and negative 10, I'll get negative 8. That won't work. But if I do negative 2 and negative 10, I will get negative 12. Now let's see on the other part. Is negative 2 times negative 10 equal to positive 20? It is, so I know. So it is, so I know that I need to use the negative 2 and the negative 10. All right, step number 4. I'll put it over here. We make our fractions. A over number 3 and A over number 3. A is 1. We get that from here, the number in front of the x. Our first number 3 is negative 2, and our second number 3 is negative 10. There's my fractions. Last thing I have to do is put it in my parentheses that we set up earlier. So if when you're asked to factor 3x squared minus 36x plus 60, you do all the steps and you'll get this as your answer.